Hey guys, it's just a quick video today. I need to get on with fixing that. I picked that up from an auction and I knew it wasn't working, but it seems that the engine's had a catastrophic failure, so I need to get some parts and find out exactly what I need. These things happen. For $1,000 though for a compressor, I mean, just got to put an engine in it. Like, they sell for $5 grand, so pretty happy about that. I'll get on with it. Today's video, I had to get some water out of the boat because there's no roof on there at the moment. It's filling up with water when it rains. For some reason this year we've had a hell of a lot of rain and a lot more than usual, so there's a fair bit of water in the bottom of the boat. I'm trying to get the boat drained out so it'll dry, so I can chip away at all the rust, and then I can vacuum it all out, and then I can get a sandblaster in there and start stripping stuff out to see exactly where the extent of the damage is. So I need that going, mainly because I need to use a needle gun. I need that for sandblasting. Yeah, that's about where I'm at the moment. Pretty happy, so I'll just kick on. Cheers. Hey guys, just run over to have a quick job done on the boat. I've actually got to burn a hole in it. She's filling up with a bit of water because it doesn't have a roof on it at the moment. I'm just going to take the oxyacetylene torch, burn a hole in there. Hopefully I don't get wet, and hopefully I can get a decent enough hole in it for it to drain out. I think I need it to drain a little bit faster than that. Oops, there we go. That there, that's the little hole that I've just dug, or just cut rather. Now, so what I've worked out is the hole was originally 8mm thick, and rather than cut it out and repair it, what they've done is they've welded a 10mm or a 12mm plate over the top of it on the outside. Just to cover all this shit up. What they should have done was cut it all out completely and redid it. Probably 2 metres wide, so about probably 6 feet wide. Pretty sure it's 3.8 metres long, so you're looking at 3.8 metres long, so you're looking at around about 14 feet in length. So that's probably all I'm going to have to replace as far as flooring's concerned, or as far as the bottom of the boat's concerned. This is what I was talking about the other day. You can see that ledge there? That's the old floor. And from what I can work out, the old floor used to come up to the front of that fuel tank. Because that fuel tank has, if you look at this one, you can see the line that's through the piece of steel that's through the middle of it. That's exactly the same height.
all the way through as that old floor. So I think they've added onto the back of the original pilot house or wheelhouse. So what my plan is to do is to bring that fuel tank forward. That exhaust and everything will go. But bring the fuel tank forward up to about that point there. So you can see a couple of ribs just there. And then a wall basically up there. The floor will be here. Engine will be sitting here. So that's my basic plan. And for some reason, they had this engine sitting up a long way out of the boat. And man, they've put some heavy steel in here. Like that bit of steel there, so that stringer that the engine mount sat on, that's 20 millimeters thick, so 3/4 of an inch thick. Anyway, what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to leave it drain for a few days. It's just going to take a bit of time, unfortunately. And then in a few days' time, I'll come back across with an oxy torch again. And I'll just continue to burn a bit out, just to let the water drain out. A lot of needle gun work coming up, that's for sure. There's going to be a lot of room up the front here, so I may put the generator in beside the engine. And then on this other side, I'll equally balance out with probably battery weight. Somewhere along the lines there, I want to put a water maker in, so probably up against that far wall. Alright, so what I'm going to do here now, I'm just going to have a bit of a chip around with my chipping hammer. What I'm going to try to do is just to get this to dry out a bit. And then once it's dried out, I'll come back in with a vacuum cleaner and some scrapers and give it a good clean out. That'll do me for the day. I think I'll go home. So what I've worked out from that, all those ribs going from the forward section of the boat all the way to the back have no little drain hole, so they don't have a little cutout right at the very bottom part of the keel. So what that means is the water can't flow through. Good or bad thing? Yeah, I don't know, but my idea is you want to get the water all to one point in each section of the boat. That way you can put a bilge pump in there, so if one section holes in the boat, you're only pumping out that section, and you don't have to put a pump in each of those little areas. So it's not going to add weight to the boat, so to speak, if it runs into a situation where you put a hole in the side of the boat, it's got to pump out. What I'm going to do, I've just got a few jobs to do around the house today, and then I'm going to slip over to the hardware store and I'm going to buy one of those big water, I don't know, they're an 80 litre water tub. I want to put my vacuum cleaner in one side of it and make a suction hose for the other. That way I can just suck all the water out of there. I'm going to put a drain hole in the bottom, and I can move it down to the end where I've cut the hole and just drain all that water out. That way I can go along, I can cut a little hole so I can keep continually draining it. So in the next episode I'll make that vacuum pot up. I'll go and drain the water out of each of those sections and hopefully cut a little hole between each of those ribs so that I can continually drain the water out. The next few weeks I'll be spending working on that, so I won't get any time up at the boat. I don't know. I've got a little 240 volt air compressor that will power my needle gun. For those of you that don't know what a needle gun is, this is a needle gun. So you can see the very tips of it. This thing oscillates using air pressure. Pull the trigger down and basically it descales. So it is called a descaling gun or a needle gun. Or even a needle scaler, some people call it. When you buy one of these, spend the dollars on them. I mean, really spend the dollars on them. This one was about $300, and I've had others that are $60 and they last a day, whereas this thing has lasted me weeks. The thing that usually buggers up on them is just the needles, and they're interchangeable. So you just unscrew the end of the gun and you put new needles in it. Right, so that's it in a nutshell. So next week I hope to have a video up with me vacuuming those sections out, get rid of the water, and hopefully blowing a hole between each of those ribs with the oxy torch. I was going to drill them. I'm not going to worry about it. Just going to take too long. I need to get the water out of there fast. I need that thing dry. So, all right. Have a good week, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Cheers.